and I know this video looks kind of weird, but last week or so, Dan decided that he was going to put a call out on Miranda on my Facebook to have people post the miniatures they've painted in the last week. And the response was really good. Like, I really loved the response. But there was a lot of responses, and Dan and I are really too lazy to type responses to everybody, so we're just going to make a video and share with my subscribers and the internet at large some of the pictures that were shared on the Facebook. So we're recording this on a Monday night, so anybody who posted afterward, I'm sorry you won't be in it, but there's still like 68 images, so thank you again for the wonderful response. As you know, Dan and I are, really, really highly qualified to give both painting advice and life advice.
Qualified expert. Here's my certificate.
I'm pretty sure that was his receipt for some chocolate milk. And so we're going to just take it through by the numbers. I downloaded all the images and I've got them alphabetized, sort of, so they won't be in the same order that you see it on the Facebook. But here's the first one. This comes from Adam. This is his Necron. You see we've got the appropriate amount of mechanical gray and necrotic green. So, I don't know. It does lack a base, Dan.
Yeah, no base, and I don't feel like my soul is going to be sucked into the portal. So I don't know. I mean, the rest of the model painted well, but the core feeling of terror that this model should be invoking in me, I'm just not feeling it. So I don't know.
This is a very meh. Oh my goodness. Sorry, Adam. You just didn't make it. This wasn't a very practical Necron. You need to get working on that, making that portal work for real. We'll go on to the next one then. We've got another Adam submitting his Kadoran Rager. Now, of course, it's Khador, so I am totally unbiased, but this is kind of an amazing model, and so Adam rules. Good job, Adam. I love it.
I mean, it's got a Gladius. That's amazing. As for the paint job, though, well, it's Khador.
Which is to say it's amazing. Good job, Adam. No, he's got little scratch marks there, and the basing is pretty basic, which is fine. So, I don't know. Kadoran colors for the win. I approve.
It's far too good of a paint job for me.
All right, fine.
I don't like it.
We'll move on then. Anders submitted, and I'm sorry, I just didn't know what this was when I downloaded it. So we've got a red demon. I don't know what kind of demon he is. And he's holding... What's that?
Could be a troll.
A troll? But it looks like horns are kind of coming out of his eyes. I'd like to think that Anders modeled the whole thing. Like, this is his sculpture.
Oh, I thought it was blindfolded.
I'm pretty sure those are horns.
Yeah, definitely horns. Okay, it's a demon.
Yes.
He's got skulls, and he's desecrating Buddha. Maybe that's Buddha? I don't know. Or maybe he's kind and is picking it up. It fell on the ground, and he's placing it where it needs to go.
Because that's what demons totally do, like all the time, right?
Yeah, they're commonly misunderstood. But paint job, I like the contrast in colors. Christmassy.
It looks like he's walking through mud. What the heck, Anders?
But I love Christmas. I approve.
I should preface this. These are all miniatures that people have submitted that they've worked on the last week, so that's already like way more than I've done. So anyway, going through the mud. I appreciate it. Cool colors, I agree. All right, what have we got here? Anthony submitted some pink Iosians, which I always felt was the most appropriate color for Retribution.
The paint job's pretty good, but there's some basing issues. You know, it just kind of distracts from it. It's like the grass almost covers everything, but there's like I don't even know what's going on. Maybe the picture isn't clear, but really, I just hate fighting against Retribution. So
I just don't like Retribution. They're too mean. They're infantry. Like all three of these models are actually like horrible to deal with, especially those stupid mages in the middle. But I digress. Good job on the pink. You know, I do think it needs more glitter.
Not enough glitter. You know what to do.
We're done with you, Anthony. Okay, moving on. Archer has submitted this tank that I may or may not have thought of as a whirlwind, but I'm not sure because the turret does seem a little tiny.
I'm pretty sure it's just a rhino. with
Just
like a weapon
plain?
upgrade.
Oh, okay. Well, go 40K. We've got some nice navy blues. You've got your Aquila like showing up on there. I don't know. It's very 40K. Got it on your healing mat. Looks like it should be crushing stuff underneath it.
New rules for transports were recently released.
Oh, yeah?
Transports are exciting, I think.
They're getting more they're hit points now, right? Like hull armor and stuff is going away.
I mean, I'd probably just repaint the whole thing, getting ready for 8th edition. I don't know if it's good enough. Judging how the rules are for it. So, yeah, get that simple green out. You want to make it look extra special.
All right, well, never mind, Archer. You failed. I'm sorry. All right, let's move on to Barry, and I could only name this miniature Angry Viking because, I mean, it seems to look very appropriately. I mean, if you look there, his face, he's got an eye patch, he's got these crazy red beard braids coming off.
I think it's a Space Wolf.
Really? Oh, I guess they are Space Vikings, aren't they?
Yeah, it's got the power armor kind of look feel.
I can't see most of his armor. I just see red.
The shadow paint. I really appreciate what you did with the paint to make it look like all shadowy. You know, get that vibe that's clearly paint and not a bad light job. People misunderstand that a lot, but I appreciate your talent. I approve.
So impressive lighting effects. And the snow? Do you think the snow shows up all right?
Let's just go to the next one.
Wow. All right. Sorry, Barry. Okay. Signar apparently came out with a Night Titan, so Benjamin painted this up and gave it to us to critique and view. As you can see, he's just walking on a circus platform where you can get popcorn.
I feel like someone took the fur off a Furby and painted it.
What?
That's what it reminds me of. I don't know. It's just that's what the feeling I'm getting.
Oh my goodness! No, he's fine. He's got his blue and white Signar colors. Obviously, this is a War Machine model. I mean, it's fine.
Oh, you're right. You know what? I was the scale from the popcorn bucket. I thought it was a popcorn bucket. Clearly, it's just a cup.
There you go. Well, thank you, Benjamin, for your submission. I appreciate your Signar and Night Titan.
Excellent.
Moving on, we've got Bob submitting his Easter Bunny. And I don't know where this is from, but it looks like a Malifaux model. I like the flowers a whole lot. I'm just going to say that right now. That's amazing. That's a really impressive job right there.
I'd focus more on the flowers.
Just make
maybe
bases
just
of
remove
flowers.
the whole model and just more flowers. I think it'd be better.
Just I'm not sure why. Is he wearing an old football or something? I don't know. This miniature is just strange and disturbing and creepy, but kind of fascinating. Like these bright, happy colors with this like muted flesh tone creepy thing.
I honestly don't see anything but the flowers, so I have no other opinion.
All right. Okay, well, Bob, thank you so much for your submission. We're going to move on here to Brian's turn-in of Ace. I mean, it's Signar, so I don't really care. I mean, it's okay, I guess.
It's pretty good. You could spend a little more time on those glowing effects. You just need to spend a little more time. You spend a lot of nice time on the rest of it. Just a little more time on those glowing effects. It'd be a little better.
I think it just needs real LEDs. I mean, they're so inexpensive now. Really, there's just no excuse. Why bother with a glow effect when you could put a real light in?
That's what I was implying. Yeah, you just drill out the model, kind of rebuild it, take it apart, put it back together. Simple. Ace is a very easy model to run wires through into the base. It would take like no more than 6 to 10 hours. So I mean, it's just really something you need to do. But good effort. Good effort.
And paint your bases. Anyway, thank you, Brian. I appreciate your submission. Next, we've got Cameron turning in a fancy ultramarine. I mean, he's okay, I guess. He looks Signarin too.
I like fire.
But it's not real fire, you know?
It looks pretty good, though. I like it.
Yeah? Do you approve? Oh my goodness, are you approving of a model already?
Just the fire.
What did we talk about before we started
this? The
this?
rest of it is crap.
Okay, thank you.
I didn't look at it.
Base your models. I guess he's base. He just needs to be painted. Gosh, he really stands out. I don't know how you do that much detail without ever getting... I guess it's kind of on the base a bit, but I don't know. It's a whole lot of gold. You know, whenever I do golds, I actually dry brush it over brown because that is a very shiny, proud gold.
Very happy looking model.
Needs real fire. Whatever. Thank you, Cameron. All right, what else do we got here? Chris turns in a Vindicar assassin. Am I saying that right? Looks like a sniper dude. Looks like he belongs in Rainbow Six.
Yeah, his gun is way out of proportion. I mean,
It's just not very...
to make the paint job better, you have to put a realistic gun. You have to mod it out, take it out, and then that would really complement your paint job. But, you know.
I feel like he just needs brighter colors, you know? I don't know why an assassin has to run around in black all the time. It just seems so cliche.
He's not even a ninja. If it was a ninja Vindicar assassin, you know, better.
What's going on in the base in the background? I do appreciate the what looks like a skeletal or ruined structure.
It's a cool base.
Good job, Chris. You're doing all right. All right, let's move on. We've got CJ turning in a galleon and some blurry models. I don't know.
It's Kane 3.
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell because he looked inebriated.
Kane 3 is he's blurry. I mean, that is very hard to achieve with a paintbrush, but well done, well done. The galleon looks incredibly rusty, and as a merc, Kane 3 is just not nearly as good as Signar, and so I don't.
Yeah, that galleon, even all joking aside, is actually really good looking.
Is it? I mean, it's seen better days. I mean,
it's
it's
true.
a rust bucket. I mean, at least put a good paint job on it, right?
So
if
you're saying
spend that time, make it look good.
So
not like it's been through a whole lot. You know what I mean?
Well, it does look like it was, you know, pulled up from the ocean.
I'm saying, if you're going to show it off on the internet, why not do a good paint job instead of
Okay, well, never mind. Sorry, CJ. Apparently you're not winning this award with Dan today, but thank you. All right, Cynthia's submitting some stuff. We've got here a Blighted Ogren. He is a little camera shy. You can see the flash has really stunned him a bit, but his color is looking pretty good. Appreciate the contrast of blues, and the leathers are really nice, actually. We're all pretty good. It's just a little pale.
You know what? As a pale person myself, well, I'm burnt red right now, but you know, I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
And as a pale person, I hate it.
I like the layer. I like the cloak. I very much like the cloak. It's a good cloak.
What cloak?
Loincloth, whatever.
Cloak, loincloth, same thing. All right, sorry, Cynthia. I'm pretty sure she.
Where?
I'm not even going there. Anyway, nice job. I appreciate his crazy red eyes. He does look fairly angry. All right, let's move on. Cynthia also submitted a teeny tiny Carnivalian. And I'm gonna have to zoom in, so I apologize. The resolution is awful. It's totally not my fault. Just blame the painter. That's what you're supposed to do, right? Cynthia, I'm really impressed that you're able to get that level of artifacting into such a miniature.
I'm not zooming in. I'm too lazy.
Oh my gosh. It looks fine. It looks fine from about 4 miles away. All right, well, never mind. Moving on. Cynthia also submitted, or a Cynthia, I think it's the same one, submitted Striker. Instead of red hair, he's very orangey haired this time, and those golds, woof, strong. But you know what? I don't know what's going on with his buddy there, because, was that old Rowdy? Really, really just too shiny.
See, I feel the opposite. I feel Striker is just, it looks like a 2-year-old painted it. But Rowdy, like the level of detail and brushwork to make it look like a pewter model that's been, you know, scraped by an X-Acto knife to get the flash off.
And super glued to a plastic base.
Incredibly impressive. And make it look like it's just a plain plastic base. Excellent paint job.
All right, whatever. We're moving on. Dan, I don't know which Dan. Sorry, Dan. Submitted an angry dude, and I don't know who he is. He looks...
I think that's a Kador dude. I think it's like the new casters. Like the new Solo?
Maybe? I don't know. I don't... Like, I agree. It looks like a War Machine-ish model, but I'm sorry. I don't recognize him. I fail.
I don't know what that is. Anyways.
He's not the Butcher. He does have sufficiently large shoulder pads for a War Machine model.
So, I mean, based purely on the fact that he has a beard and an excellent mustache, I judge your paint job excellent.
I can't see his face in there.
It's excellent, Miranda. Just accept it and move on.
All right, fine. Moving on. Thank you, Dan. Daniel submitted a Reeve of Ouroboros. Now, I hate Circle because they're very, very mean to me, so I cannot possibly give this a good critique. I mean...
Well, look at him. He's in pain. He's got, like, these massive scars on his scalp. Like, he's just, like, dying inside.
Like he got in a tussle with a warp wolf? Man.
Yeah, something like that.
You're not kidding.
Mm-mm.
Now he's wearing them. All right. Well, anyway, thank you, Daniel, for your Reeve submission. Let's move on to what am I even looking at? Darren and his tabaxi.
Is there like a pole behind it?
I feel like this doesn't belong in wargaming. Like maybe this belongs to another type of strange hobby that gets conventions.
I mean, it kind of looks like a samurai cat.
Does it have a chakram? Does it have a Xena chakram? No, that's a bullwhip. I don't know. I find myself kind of disturbed by the image overall, so I really just want to move on.
All right.
All right, thank you, Darren.
I give it a 2.5 out of 15.5.
Wow. Okay, next. Space Marine chapter leader, not Pedro Cantor. I don't know. Who is he?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Good glow on the plasma.
That's true.
He's too dirty, though. You know?
Filthy. Don't Space Marines know how to bathe?
So, I'm not against dirty. But, I mean, it's just the skin looks too much like the dirt. And maybe, you know, he's just a black guy. But it's just, it blends in too much with the dirt. And so there just has to be something different with the skin. Skin is hard to paint. You just gotta change up the skin slightly. And I think it's an amazing model.
No, he looks fine. He just needs to really wipe off his suit. You don't know what you're talking about, Dan.
Painting the little feathers in the middle as well.
Feather? Oh, yeah. The emblem or whatever. No, very nicely done. I appreciate the Roman numerals also on the not loincloth. And, I mean, he's obviously very busy. He's climbing something. And I don't know if he's about to shoot something either, but that man is looking for a fight. Just saying. All right, moving on. David submitted a Caxus from Wrath of Kings. Those are the shark people. I actually am partial to Hydra, so I'm going to give this a big ol' thumbs up. Thank you, David. He looks great.
It's a shark?
Yes. It's a shark person. Kind of.
If you say so.
Ish. I mean, he's a Caxus, I guess. That's not entirely right, so. I also appreciate the paints being used in the background because I also use craft paints. Anyway, moving on. Thank you, David. Okay, so Drew submitted this Twilight Knight from Kingdom Death, and I really want to make fun of it, but it's so beautiful. I mean, look at the base on that. I don't even know what to say.
Hot damn, look at those shiny boobs.
I mean, you know, it's Kingdom Death. So, I don't know. I'm actually pretty floored by this model. She is gorgeous. So. Yeah,
everyone on here hates you because of your talent.
It's true. I mean, I kind of hate you a little, Drew. Just so you know.
Like a lot.
Good job. Everybody hates you. Next. Drew also submitted, or maybe the same Drew, I'm not sure. It's another Drew. Anyway, submitted a Sigmar, or Sigmarite. We've got here a person of Sigmar riding a beast of Sigmar. And it kind of looks like those beasts from Ghostbusters. I don't know if that's on purpose.
He is the gatekeeper.
Yeah. Like the beast Zool.
Maybe it's just the angle, but he looks half painted. And so for that, I give you 2 thumbs up. I mean, it's just, you get some paint on your models, you know, you get distracted. I mean, it's like, good for you.
In the last week, I mean, I'm just saying. If any, but I don't know who was being honest
it's
on it.
It's probably a fully painted model and we're insulting. Maybe. Painting gray is actually kind of funny because the model starts gray, or at least when I paint it because it's primered. So I don't know. Basing needs more color. I think it needs to pop out more. All right, we're only a third of the way through. We need
oh my goodness. Okay, fine. Moving on. Eric, you're nomad.
Good yellow.
Okay. It's okay.
I mean, the yellow overlaps a little bit on the one, but otherwise the yellow looks good.
Good job, yellow. Moving on. Garrett Harkovich. Points because it's Kador. Also, you changed the axe and put a wolf head on it. Very clever.
Oh, dang, that's sweet.
I know, right? So, good job, Garrett. One half thumb up. The backside of Allison Jakes for some reason.
I mean, it's her better side.
Anyway, Genesis submitted this. If we go on to the next one, there we go. That's a better picture because it also shows Harlan Versh. So it's both of them, and you see the backside of Harlan Versh. Most people would probably rather Allison Jakes. I don't know.
Backside's the better side.
Anyway, whatever. Good job, Genesis. Next, James, Centurion, and Squire. Too much blue.
So much blue.
Squire's pretty cool, though.
I kind of like it, though. It seems like someone just cheated with airbrush, though.
Airbrush cheating.
Pick out some details.
All right, never mind. Moving on. Jean-Louis. Okay, it's a French name, and I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher it. Butcher. So I hate it already because it is the Butcher, and there's.
It's painting style, though. The cloak looks great, and then the rest of it's like boom. I bet you can just like pump those guys out. Or maybe you're just a really slow painter.
Oh,
but it seems like something that you can.
Why is the dog red?
I mean, it doesn't matter. Dog's awful anyways. I hate the dog.
Fine, moving on. Thank you, Jean-Louis. Jeremy with a Wraith engine. It's Crix, and I hate it. The crystals are pretty cool, but, I mean, for a week, and, you know, something that's painted in the last week, it's only a, what is it, 180, 120 millimeter model.
Crystal, good idea, but they just seem a little out of place. You know, they just don't quite fit the motif. You almost need to paint them. I mean, obviously you don't get quite the same effect, but like the rest of the model's so beautiful, and I kind of hate the crystals.
What? Whatever. Crystals are the only part I like. Moving on. Jeremy, thank you. Another Jeremy, Space Marine, or I guess Space Wolf, or he's wearing a wolf, or maybe it's a bear. I don't know. He has an F on his knee pad. I appreciate that.
He's a real man.
Thank you, Jeremy. Next, Jeremy's submitting a, what is this? Steelhead solo dude. Yeah, Verende, I think. Verendry.
No, I haven't seen him before. I mean, they're awful shiny.
Too shiny. Who runs around in battle with this shiny? Wow, that is a really, like, metallic base covering. Too happy. No way. Next. Okay. John submitted, I just call it a kill a snake. I don't know what it's supposed to be.
It's a looted Necron / Killican.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It looks like an Easter egg to me. And yes, he looks like an Easter egg. He's painted up like an Easter egg. It's got these bright pastel blues and little pinks and whites.
It's like to be pretty.
So, I don't know. He looks like an Easter egg, just saying. And he's obviously very top heavy. They put him on, what is that? Is that a 30 millimeter base? Is that a 28 millimeter base? No. No. Just nightmare on the table.
I do appreciate the picture quality.
I do too. I appreciate that you give him a background.
You have a light box, obviously, with a nice little curved piece of paper. That's nice. It works. I love it. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Good contrasting colors.
It's a good job, but it kind of terrifies me, so thank you, John.
Oh, the next piece of work is just...
it's unbearable, really. All right, so John has submitted a lizard man, and as you can see, I mean, he's obviously painted every single part of the model. He's gone into, like, great painstaking detail to get every little element of this model painted to look very, very authentic, and it's just awful.
Garbage.
Terrible. Next. Johnny, circle... I just called it circle garbage. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not that sorry. So what have we got? Shifting stones, some warp wolf, dirty dogs, whatever. Well, the Flash... I'm sorry, dudes. Like, Flash will kill your models, like, when you paint them. Lightbox is way better, but...
No opinion.
No opinion. All right. It's okay. Thank you, Johnny. Next, Jordan. I don't know what's happening here. Jordan submitted a warp wolf. I think it's a warp wolf. His face is really blurry, so it's kind of like, you remember in The Ring when you take pictures of somebody and their face was always blurred out because they were going to die in 7 days? Like, that's what's happening with this warp wolf.
It's a very focused foot. It seemed... If the rest of the model is the foot, okay. Pretty good job.
Good job. All right, next. Joseph submits a presumably Chaos Warrior. There's just stuff happening all over this model.
Oh, yeah.
He needs, like...
I believe it. I believe that man is just part... I like the teeth.
Chaos is creepy, so... No. I don't like it, Joseph. Good job. Next. Joshua submits a hurricane on a lovely paper plate. Thank you so much for that.
I don't believe that it has the capacity to shoot electricity.
Needs bigger guns.
I'm just gonna believe that it's unfinished and that he's working on it, because otherwise, simple green, man. Simple green.
Wow. Wow. All right, well, never mind then. Thank you, Joshua. Justin has submitted Gene Stealer cultists. They look creepy, so I don't like them.
You know, I mean, you put them in a case, you think you're all fancy, but...
I've seen sci-fi movies. Just putting them in there doesn't protect you. They will get out. I want to know what's going on underneath the winged creature there.
It's the same IKEA case that I have, so thumbs up for that.
Good job on the case. You get points for that, Justin. Thank you for your submission. I don't know, Illidan's Demon Prince, this next one here. Justin submits Chaos something. It looks like Illidan. I'm sorry, I played too much Warcraft, so... No,
that's like 100% Illidan. Except for, you know, it's just a little off, but it is... I like the shading a lot. So good.
I like the wings a lot. Actually, good job. Very, very majestic. I don't know how you make a, you know, a dark evil demon look majestic, but you did. So
yeah, I don't like the wings. Moving on.
Dan doesn't know anything. Thank you, Justin. Moving on. Lou submitted a battle engine, Beasto 9, and Ruin, and it was really sad that you took it with a flash because it loses so much detail. You have this amazing conversion on your battle engine with the smokestacks, with smoke coming out. Beasto 9, of course, is just the best ever. Ruin's okay. And then...
how you murdered the horses and replaced it with a dozer blade.
They were not murdered. They were freed, okay? It's like...
have you ever seen War Horse? Have you seen that movie?
Yes, that's why I won't buy a battle engine. Anyway, Blue, I appreciate your humanity in giving an awesome conversion to this battle engine. 2 thumbs up. I totally love this model. I love all 3 of them. Ruin's okay. But, you know, really good job on the battle engine.
It's, conversion's good. Paint job is mediocre.
Wow. Next, Lewis submits, I mean, okay, so I think he's pretty honest, and this is what he's been working on the last week. We've got part of an Adeptus Mechanicus.
Just passive.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that red is excellent.
No, good job, Lewis. Thank you, because I believe you painted this in the last week. All right, next. Lewis, some Space Marine.
You know what?
All I can say...
keeps on getting better and better, you know?
It's good. I appreciate it. I like the Elmer's glue technique there, where it's just...
You should tell your 5-year-old daughter that she's doing a great job.
Oh my goodness. All right, Lewis, thank you. Next, Marcelio submits the Butcher, and I don't know, it's boring. I mean, he just looks like a crazy old man wielding an axe. Like, who cares?
Honestly, the white is the fur is it's so hard to get that depth with the. You know, it's not too bright, and it's even on the face, It's just like, it looks like he didn't even use a wash, but got the wash effect.
Whatever, moving on.
I don't understand what's going on with the blade, though. It looks terrible.
Done. I'm done with your butcher model. All right, next. Mario submits the Striker starter box.
You need less shiny paint on Striker.
Flash, man. Oh my goodness. I like the background. Personally, my favorite part of this is the cardboard cutout scenes. So, yay for that.
That yellow scene in the background? Excellent.
No,
excellent job.
Totally awesome. Next. Mark submits Retribution's Raven. She's got her little green hair thing going on. And she's very, very blobby looking. I'm sorry.
It's,
I appreciate the real gravel, though.
Next time, just take a picture from, like, 2 feet back. And it'll look excellent.
So far away. Okay, I think this is kind of my favorite one ever. I just called it Best Miniature Ever, submitted by Matt. I love it. I don't know what to say.
One phrase comes to mind.
It's the best. Oh my goodness. It's the best one ever. Good job, Matt. I appreciate it. This is my favorite. This is the winner, just so you know. I know we have a few more miniatures to go through, but this one already won. Some more Space Marines by Matt. You know, I guess if you want to get all detailed about your paint job again.
I mean, the swords are excellent, but if you're embarrassed at how you paint the front of the model, I mean, you don't need to hide it so much. You know what I mean? Like, well, I mean, you did a bad job on the face. Okay. I mean, you can share, though. It's a safe place. Okay, you don't need to hide your crappy paint job.
Yeah, but this is obviously a safe space.
And the cloak, not bad. Actually, the cloak, great.
Yeah, no, the cloak is really nicely done, and the shoulder pads are really well done, too. But anyway, this is not about complimenting people. This is about giving harsh, honest, qualified critique. Like this guy.
I've only ever been honest.
All right, next we've got Michael submitting a werewolf. A werewolf. I don't know where you're from. Thank you, werewolf.
I mean, it just looks like you got lazy. Why is there so much of one color?
I mean, it's a wolf. Wolves have one color. Like, generally.
But wolves aren't lazy.
That's true. They usually only live till about 4 or 5 years old. Anyway, thank you, Michael, for your submission. Next. Space Marine by Mike. Another space-ish Marine. I don't know. I like his eyepiece.
You need to work on your painting white. It looks like really worn down. Like it just didn't even put on the. It just didn't even go on the model well.
I don't think Space Marines take much care into like keeping up with their suits and stuff. I think they're just very, very lazy about it. So it might be in character. Next, Nicholas submits a Harley Quinn model. Good job.
It looks like her arms are stubby.
They are a little short. I think it's the perspective.
No, I bet it's the bad conversion on it.
They're just actually stubby? All right. Sorry, Nicholas. Moving on. Nicholas also submits Tim, the Enchanter. So, that's really unfair. You can't just go throwing on good references and being like, ooh, I'm going to win this because, you know, whatever you win. But he looks pretty good. Like his...
Excellent model, half decent cloak, the rest is crap.
Base your models! Alright, next.
Crap, next.
Nick, yeah, sorry, Invictor garbage. Next, Nick submits another Space Marine. He's got wings and a jaunty movement there. I appreciate that. So he's actually pretty cool.
Wait, let's talk about what it is balanced on. What is this label? Is that a spray can? How do you balance it upside down? I guess there's like lids.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something we should look at later.
Okay.
Next, Glacier King by Oros. It's okay.
The winter effects are hard to do right. You did pretty good.
I mean, but who really plays with troll gargantuans?
Yeah. Oh, grody fingernails. Love it.
Ugh, no. All right, that lost points. Moving on. Paul submits a Troll Slayer. I am a fan of Mohawks, so pretty good. That gold is really, really bright, needs some detail added, and good basing.
I like troll. I like the dang it. I like dwarves and I like beards. I love it.
Moving on. Ronald submits his what he termed press gingers. I'd love to tell you a little bit about the models, but they are entirely too dark to see, and contrasted to a white paper towel, it just made it worse, so sorry.
You know what? I appreciate you trying to cheat and giving your unit soulless, but...
Good job on the Dixie Cup, I appreciate that. Next. Ryan submits a Death Dread, and I've been playing Dawn of War 3, so I love Death Dreads because they're so entertaining. Pretty good. His gold's wearing around his teeth a little much. And I appreciate that he has Cadoran colors.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You just gotta spend more time on the metallic, man. Metallics are hard to paint. You just use some little medium, thin it out a bit. Just, you gotta spend that extra effort on that. Although it looks like
his eyes are really glowing.
Look, there's like his shoulder blade, his shoulder inside that socket. It's not even painted. Neither is like half of its flamer. I don't even think it's fully assembled.
This looks like something I would paint. Bad job, Ryan. Bad. Next.
This is amazing.
Moving on, Steve, I'm sure I'm not saying that right, submits the Dunian Knot.
Oh, so voluptuous.
They're lovely ladies.
I like how you took basing your models to a weird level.
Just underbased them? Moving on. Spec submits, I believe this is Catherine Lattimore.
Definitely.
I had to think about that one a second, because I was like, who plays Lattimore?
A lot of people now.
Yeah? Oh,
she's
good.
Popular. Yeah, she's back in.
Is she? She's in, like, Flynn? Okay, good.
Yeah, she was on the outs, but now she's the new sexy.
She's got a little bit of, like, I appreciate the New Mexico turquoise colors going on with her cloak and the hilt, or whatever it is, pommel.
Love the turquoise. Hate that you also made it the glowing color. I mean, she's lightning. You can't ignore that, man.
Turquoise lightning? That's what lightning looks like in New Mexico. Jeez, Dan.
But it's the same color as the cloak.
Whatever. She's just coordinated to nature, okay? You can't argue with nature.
You know, but she's got a great shade of lipstick.
Next. Steven submits a masked man. I don't know what much to say about him. He's flying through the air and he's barefoot.
And he's much too overweight to be able to be doing that. And I don't know what he killed, but it's like, it looks like he like killed a puppy, you know? Like there'd be some remnant of something if he's hitting the ground like that and that much guts. Like otherwise he'd just be like hitting the ground for no reason. So he like just murdered someone's cat or puppy.
We should move on. Sullivan submits an apothecary. Grimy, dirty models. He's got gore and blood all over his weapon, and he's obviously been like...
The gore effect.
The gore effect's really good.
Shading on the green, and then the... it's decent. It's half decent.
It's pretty good. Good job, Sullivan. Next, Tabletop War James submits this guy. He's okay.
He's a flying dwarf. And he looks... I like what you tried to do with the glowing effect. Okay, maybe you did it half decently, but his beard isn't glowing, so I don't know what you're doing there.
Needs more Kador. Next, Thomas. I think we're back. No, we're not. So Eldar. Thomas submits an Eldar figure, and it's Eldar, so nobody really is that excited about it.
Base your model. Total crap.
Base your model. Next, Thomas also submits rune shapers. Very, very blue rune shapers.
They, the model looks great, except the skin. They look like they're toothpaste.
Oh my gosh, they do look like toothpaste.
Like they're just like oozing toothpaste.
Wow.
Like, I don't know what you did with the detail on the model, but it just looks like smooth toothpaste.
I don't know, Thomas.
I like it, actually.
It needs less detail. Next. Tim has submitted a Legion Naga, and it's a teeny tiny image, so you're going to get a blown up artifacted image. Enjoy that. P.S. There's resolution settings on your camera.
It's just really good. I love it.
Yeah. Next. Tom submits a big tank. I don't know which tank this is.
You know what? It's actually probably a little... Look, he kind of like pushed it up against the camera to make it look bigger, like fishermen. They hold out the fish like this, and they're like, "Look at my big fish I caught." You know, it's not as big or impressive as you think it is.
It looks like it's legitimately in the shop getting a paint job, like from a crew of people, though, because the tank tread's all messy and he's got some rough base coating in there. The dude sitting inside unapproving.
Just finish it, okay? Come on.
Just finish it. That's what you did in a week? All right, next. Zach turns in Chromac. Took me a little bit to stare at this because the lighting's really weird, but I guess he's just facing straight up and howling at the moon because he's Chromac and he's kind of crazy and doesn't fit on his base properly, so boo.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zach. Next, Zaid. Pretty impressive. You just got a few Skittles on the bottom of like a tray of some kind.
What is this?
I don't know. I'm sorry, Zaid. I don't know what you submitted.
It looks like you got different colors. Good job.
They look like larva, so I'm just gonna call it larva. Good job. And I think that's the end of it. Yep, we're back to Adam. So anyway, there's our answers to all of your amazing, not so amazing, and sometimes terrible paint jobs. Thank you very much for submitting them, and thank you, Dan, for...
Final thoughts, in general, huge disappointment, but some of you have some talent, so I appreciate you for trying.
Needs more Kador, I mean, really.
You know, something decent. But actually, you guys are amazing. Okay, I'm done.
Fine. All right, Dan's done with you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you appreciate the responses, albeit as awful as they are. Obviously, we're totally well qualified for this. So anyway, we'll see you later. Ciao.